Hello and welcome back to the BowledOver podcast. Today we're going to be previewing the World Test Championship final between India and New Zealand, and Finn is with me.
Hello.
And yeah, we're very excited to be talking about this. As always, we'll be doing cricket scores and news, and excited to be together again.
Yes, we are. As I nearly fall off the chair.
Yeah, you can't see us, but I can assure you, Finn nearly took a tumble. Let's start with the cricket scores and news today. Let's start with the cricket news before the scores today. So there's not much, to be totally honest, apart from the England, New Zealand and the County Championship. We'll run you through some of the County Championship. So Dawid Malan, the England batsman, that was number T21 or something. I got that wrong. Not 21, number 1. Has hit 199 for Yorkshire against Sussex, put them in a very strong position. Yorkshire tend to always get quite big scores. But 199, how would it feel to get out on 199, Finn?
I would cry. I would simply cry.
And this is the man who got out for 5 this morning, trudging off the pitch.
We don't need to talk about. I didn't trudge off the pitch. I hit a 4. Come on.
Anyway, Labuschagne is leading Glamorgan against Lancashire, put them in a very strong position there. Leicestershire have finished a big win over Gloucestershire, also in the County Championship. And Warwickshire have beaten Derbyshire in terms of wins. And Libby has made a ton, but Durham beat Worcestershire against that.
Durham. Not Durham.
Durham, that's the one. Yeah, totally, Durham. But yeah, let's move on to the cricket scores before I can fumble up anything else. So as we said, live county championship at the moment in day 4. Somerset are playing Hampshire, Kent, Northants, and Yorkshire, Sussex. There's one Rachel Hayhoe Flint Trophy today, where it's the Thunder v the Lightning, and Lightning batting first has reached 246 for 5 off their 50 overs. Yorkshire posted a very big total in their county championship game, 558 all out, including that Dawid Malan 199, and Sussex need about 140 runs with 8 wickets remaining to chase that down. Kent had a big total, and Northampton look to be playing to a draw there as they're only into the third innings, and they had a pretty balanced first innings. And Hampshire need 429 runs to win after Somerset got 360 all out and 409 for 7 declared. They have 9 wickets left, and as I said, need 429. And Essex with 210 all out, Nottinghamshire with 293 all out, and then 23 for 1. So it's looking like it is going to be a draw there as well. So should we get into the main feature about the World Test Championship final?
We should.
Yeah, let's go. So the World Test Championship final between India and New Zealand will take place after the England and New Zealand Test series. It will take place at the Ageas Bowl later this month and next month. Finn, early predictions. Who are you thinking to win?
Okay, so
squads.
Oh my gosh, I can't speak at the moment. But I think that India have a high chance. But if New Zealand really dig in and go, I think that New Zealand can win. So I'm going to back New Zealand on this one.
Oh, going early.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a chat about the squads. So let's talk about New Zealand first in their opening batsman. What do you think about Devon Conway? He's just hit 200 on debut for New Zealand. Looks a right class act, doesn't he?
200 on his debut. I mean, if you're gonna have a knock on your debut and say to the coaches, to the selectors, I'm here to stay, then you're gonna want to do it with a double century. And I think he's a really good batsman.
I'll just hit you the statistics. He's 29 years old. He's qualified to play for New Zealand because he was born in South Africa, and it was the 7th highest Test score on debut, and he got onto the honours board as well, which I think is really something, because not many players do that in their entire career, right? And
let alone their debut.
Yeah, so I think that's very good. The other opener, Tom Latham, is their keeper in the one-day game. Let's move down. So BJ Watling is retiring after this series, the New Zealand wicketkeeper. He's had a great career, hasn't he?
He really has. It's been an expansive one, and it's been a very, very good one.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that he's going to be, he's really helped New Zealand. And if he can lead them in this World Chess Championship final, that would be great as well. Looking ahead to the bowling unit, whose standouts for you, Trent Boult?
Yep. I really the fact that I don't know. Yeah, I think Trent Boult.
I think they need Santner as well. I mean, the spinner, he bats a bit as well. He's 29. He looks much younger. I think their key player. I think their key players are Devon Conway and Kane Williamson, the captain. I mean, we've seen him lead before. I think he is very important. We've seen him get out. Yeah, he did have 2 low scores in the first New Zealand and England Test. But yeah, I think on any given day he has a Test average above 50. I think he can really change a game. And yeah, I think that all-rounders will be important. Colin de Grandhomme with his new mullet, I reckon he could be a bit useful.
I think he'll I think what he'll do is he'll come out and all the batsmen will be like, oh God, and they'll get all distracted and then they'll all get out.
Yeah, I think Joe Root had some problems with him in the first test, but yeah, I wonder if it was the hair or was it the bowling, but
It must have been the hair.
It must have been for Joe Root to get distracted. Let's move on to India right after we've talked about Kyle Jamieson and Tim Southey. How have they shown up in the first test?
They've done very well, I think.
Yeah, they've bowled well at
Southey's
England.
bowling has been really good. I actually saw that.
Yeah,
The recap
yeah. Finn's been brushing off on his England, New Zealand.
Yeah,
Kyle Jamieson's been very good. I think Neil Wagner. I'm not sure if he'll get picked. He needs a strong last 3 tests against England, as he didn't do as well as Kyle Jamieson and Tim Southey. But yeah, a very strong side. And let's move on to India. Let's go to the India team next. All right, let's start with the obvious one. Virat Kohli.
King Kohli.
Sorry, just practicing.
Great
singing there.
So King Kohli, as I like to call him, as all the Indian fans love to call him, and his fans
very good
all across the world.
Come on, right? Let's get back on topic.
Okay. Right.
Let's stop singing about King Kohli. I feel like I'm back in the stadium again. Oh, I wish.
Is that what you're screaming?
King Kohli. Oh. Right, let's save our viewers, our listeners' ears. So, sorry for the interruption. Finn, let's talk about the bowlers next. Mohammad Shami,
great bowler.
Is that all you have to say?
That is all I have to say.
Yeah, India have got a very strong pace attack, I feel, and could really exploit that on English surfaces. And it's at the Ageas Bowl, which, as we know, isn't the biggest ground, so maybe some stuff there for the batsman. Rishabh Pant, very explosive, not really a test batsman, obviously fits in really well and plays really well, did it against England, and I think it could be good on English surfaces if the ball isn't moving, hitting the boundary at the Ageas Bowl. And it has such high stakes, this match, doesn't it, Finlay?
It definitely does.
And I think how India use their top order will be very important. I mean, they've got Kohli, they've got Ajinkya Rahane, who's played for Hampshire a few seasons ago, so he'll know the ground really well, and maybe some of his opponents, and Colin de Grandhomme, who he played with, and Colin de Grandhomme's gone back. But I think that will be very important, how they use their top order, how they manage the openers, and I think the Shaw.
Who? What?
I think Shaw's really good, the opener, the new and upcoming opener.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's good. We saw him in India.
Yeah.
And I think he can have a good difference. Shikhar Dhawan, maybe he could come back into the middle order. Maybe Rohit Sharma as well. I think Rohit Sharma could be really important. He's such a destructive batsman at the top of the order. And I think he's very important as well. I think he can get the runs, because if the unexperienced players don't do well, he can recover for them. I also think Surya Karma Kaur could do well as well. The young batsman coming in, Ishan Kishan maybe as well, and maybe those young players that could impress in the training groups. They're already moving over. India have arrived in England now, and I think it's going to be a very thrilling contest. Finlay, after talking through the teams, who is your pick to win?
I think the New Zealand will win.
Still?
Yep, still.
To be honest, I have to go for India. They've got such a strong lineup. They can play anywhere in the world, and I think they'll win. We saw that against Australia. I mean, it was such an exciting series, and it finished really well. It was so exciting to watch the highlights here in England.
We get it.
Especially,
It was exciting.
We get it. But, I think it was very exciting. And I think India and New Zealand, it's going to be a very cracking match. I think it could be very close, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I was just thinking about, was it be possible if I survived jumping out this window?
Oh,
I think it would.
Finlay. I don't know what he's had for lunch. Anyway,
I had a bacon.
So as we said, it's going to be very exciting, and it should make for a thrilling match, shouldn't it, Finn?
It should.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be a great event, this World Test Championship in the future. Now, just to end today's episode, we were playing a match this morning. I didn't get selected. I was rested because there were too many plays. But Finn had a glorious innings of 5 until he got caught playing a silly shot. I filmed him batting. I didn't film him bowling, even though he took a few wickets. So
I took 3 wickets.
We'll upload that to the Twitter and Instagram if you want to go and have a look. It was really good. And there's nice action photos of Finn preparing to bowl. So
I got 3 wickets.
I will film Finn bowling in future. But thank you very much for watching. Please have a look at our extra covered channel, We love doing our reacting.
Subscribe.
We love doing our reacting videos on them. We're going to make some more. We have some new concept ideas, but we will link that in the description. I think so. Oh. So please subscribe to that. Subscribe to the main channel. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for listening.